Hey guys, the Will Coca podcast is teamed up with Find the Good. Find the Good is a brand that helps reinforce good habits in both mental health and physical well-being. Use the code WillCoca to receive 10% off your next purchase. And remember, 10% of the profits go to Mental Health America. Welcome, everybody, to another 5-Minute Friday. We made it to Friday, folks. In a world driven by logic, calculation, and certainty, we often pride ourselves on being rational beings. Now, this is a trait that I had early on in life. Things that were left unexplained did not seem real to me, nor did I even want to embrace the reality of it. The idea of something being labeled miraculous would make me cringe. We weigh our pros and cons and predict outcomes and measure success with data, right? So the pursuit of logic serves us well in many ways. It gives us structure, clarity, and control, but there is a quiet truth nested beyond the reach of reason. The most profound transformations in our lives rarely follow a straight line. I'm talking about miracles. Miracles by their very nature defy logic, so miracles were always hard for me to understand and even acknowledge. Sometimes the only way to make room for the divine is to loosen our grip of what makes sense. The biggest miracle I've experienced in my life is my daughter, Isabella. And no matter how hard I planned it out, no matter how hard I thought I knew when and where this exact moment would take place, it was completely out of my hands. See, God doesn't operate within limits that we create. His timing is often inconvenient, his methods unconventional, and his promises at times feel impossible. So when our daughter was born, it defied everything I understood as logic. I was able to experience a miracle right in front of me. And as to where before, if you told me that God had a time and a place for these things, I would call you delusional. I truly believed that I had to let go of the understanding of every step of the journey before He was ready for me to take it. We place ourselves in the role of director and editor and narrator of our story when we're never meant to be in control. Faith, however, invites us to live as co-authors, surrendering the pen to the one who sees the ending from the beginning. Now, it is not something that just clicked in me. It is something that has taken time, because to live this way is to look at life through a lens not of probability, but of possibility. It is to wake up with a heart open to surprise, to expect beauty where others see bareness, to believe that even in the waiting, something divine is being woven. And it's not always comfortable. Faith can be frightening, especially when it demands that we release our grip on certainty. But in that sacred tension between not knowing and still believing, that's where I have encountered God most intimately. You see, letting go of logic is not a call to chaos as I thought, but it's a call to trust. It means recognizing that our finite minds cannot always comprehend an infinite God. There is something deeply humbling and freeing about admitting that we don't know. Faith is not about ignoring reality. It's about acknowledging a deeper reality, one where the impossible becomes possible, where closed doors are not the end, but the redirections, and where silence is not absence, but a time to prepare. And perhaps the world will call us unrealistic, naive, foolish, maybe even delusional. But I'll take it, because I know in my eyes, it's not foolishness. It's faith. It's surrender. It's a trust in God who can do immeasurably more than we could ever imagine. Thanks for listening, folks. That's been another 5-Minute Friday.